Welcome, everybody, and thank you for tuning in for our presentation. So, today we're going to be diving into a crucial topic, which is leveraging data to drive growth and enhance patient care. And in doing so, we're going to unlock the power of patient data to really scale your pharmacy. As pharmacies, we're in unique positions that we have so many patients coming through our doors, through our websites, and we have so much data which we can leverage so that we can really benefit our patients from a pharmacist side of things, but we can also scale our business to ensure that we're getting maximum benefits as well. So, in order to capture patient data, we need to understand really what patient data is. And so, if we look at the first part, it's about demographic information, and this would include age, gender, location, and this helps us to understand the diverse population which we serve within our local communities. The next part is also prescription history. So, knowing what medications patients have used previously allows us to tailor our services and recommendations effectively. Then we look at health conditions and treatment history, which again, once we have a data in this area, we can then use that for targeted campaigns so that we're making sure that we're targeting the right patients for the right campaign and that we're not wasting anybody's time. And finally, purchasing behavior. What is it that our patients are actually buying and why are they buying it? And so once we understand who is buying what, again, we can use this to ultimately benefit ourselves and also benefit our patients. So, why is this data so valuable to us? First, patient data helps us in personalizing our marketing efforts. This ultimately means that we can tailor our messages to resonate with individual patients, making them feel understood, but also, more importantly, valued. So, next, it identifies patient needs and preferences. Once we understand what our patients want, we can then create services that truly cater to their requirements. So, it's not generic, it's very bespoke to the individual. And lastly, and also equally as important, it enables us to target our communication and health initiatives effectively. So, this focused approach not only improves engagement, but it also enhances the overall patient experience. And ultimately, the more value our patients feel, the more they're going to want to use our service, the greater they're going to be retained within the pharmacy. And of course, the more they're going to buy into our health campaigns as well. So, we've mentioned some of the benefits of using data for marketing, but by tailoring our strategies based on a specific patient data, we can connect with individuals on a more personal level. So, this ultimately means that it's not only going to enhance their experience, but it's also going to strengthen their loyalty to our actual pharmacies itself. The next thing is customer retention. So, once we understand our patients' needs, we can then create programs that keep them engaged and satisfied. And this can be done through, email marketing, and it can be done through SMS messages as well. And it can be done on a more personal note once they come in because we're better understanding our patients. And finally, let's talk about the efficient use of marketing budgeting. So, with clear insights from data, we can allocate our resources more effectively. So, that essentially means we're spending less on broad campaigns and more targeted initiatives that's going to 100% yield better results for us. So, how do we actually capture that patient data? We have two approaches. We have the traditional approach and we have the new and modern approach as well. Historically speaking, and this still happens today and it's always going to continue, a patient comes into the pharmacy looking to order their medication. We then start to dispense their medication, or technicians dispenses their medication. The pharmacist then checks the medication. They then identify that, okay, this person is asthmatic, so they may be eligible for the flu jab. So we're going to get the sticker and we're going to stick it onto the bag. We then put that onto the shelf, ready for the patient to collect. The patient then comes to collect, and our healthcare assistant then goes to the bag, sees the sticker, calls the pharmacist. The pharmacist then has to go out to the patient, counsel the patient, and make a recommendation that they should avail of a particular service. Now, that's a very long winded process and it relies on many factors taking place, such as, your healthcare assistant being able to realize that she needs to call the pharmacist. Sometimes the pharmacist is busy at the time, so can't give her attention to the patient. And so the effectiveness of it, whilst it is still very effective, I suppose it lessens the chance of us actually executing this approach, which takes us on to the new and more modern approaches. And I'd like to discuss about artificial intelligence and how that can be used and what we're doing in practice now to really leverage on patient data without much effort at all. So before we go into the new modern approach, I'd just like to take a brief minute just to tell you a little bit about Tasco AI. So Tasco has been created by Irish pharmacists for Irish pharmacies. And, what we've done is essentially we've consolidated all of the paper-based administration that we're legally able to do so, and all of the digital tools, which there are so many, and we brought them onto one single platform so that you can effectively streamline all of your administration and save you so much time, but also continue to grow your business with minimal efforts as well. And if you want more information, then go to www.digitalpharmacy.ai, where you can subscribe to our email campaigns, where you'll get more insights into what we're doing with artificial intelligence. So we've talked about the traditional approaches. Now, using Tasco, let's see how we can capture patient data. So first of all, the patient would visit the pharmacy website where they'll go on to order their medications. At this point, AI will start to learn from the patient. So it learns about the patient's age, demographic, it learns about what medication they're taking. And what it does essentially is it pulls all of that data into a marketing CRM so that it can be used to do targeted campaigns. And for example, if a patient is taking metformin, then AI is going to learn that this patient is diabetic. It's going to move them into a diabetes category. You can then search for all of your diabetic patients, or you can search by that particular medication as well, so that you can do a targeted SMS or email campaign using AI. AI can then take it a step further. So once it has all of its data within its own unique CRM, which is available on Tasco, that information of all of your patients is going to feed into a pharmacy AI campaign builder. So that campaign builder is then going to create you a marketing strategy, which basically takes into consideration your patients and what they're taking, but it also pulls in insights from real world applications as well that's specific to Ireland. So it's going to take information from the HSE and the relevant news from the HSE. It's going to take in news from HSPC and to take into consideration what's trending in terms of viruses out there. And it's also going to take information from, Met Éireann, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, to understand how the weather plays an impact. And this is especially important for, hay fever season, or if it's going to be really sunny, or which is very rare, and so on as well. So once AI has created you a marketing strategy, which is only going to take less than 5 minutes, it's then going to take it a step further, and it's going to generate content that can quite simply be copied and pasted into your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and into your emails as well. So you're really saving time. All of this can be done within less than 5 to 10 minutes. As you can imagine, this is really exciting news. Applying AI, Tasco is the first Irish AI tool on the market, and it's being pioneered by pharmacies. So we are the target audience. We know exactly what we need. We understand the frustrations everybody has, and so as a result of that, we're leveraging them frustrations into making sure that we're not just hitting 2 birds with one stone, but we're ultimately hitting 10 birds with one stone. So I'd like for you to join us in shaping tomorrow, the future of pharmacy. And you can do this by getting in touch with myself, where I can show you a demo of Tasco and how we've applied AI to so many different tools so that we can maximize your profits and streamline your processes and make your life just a little bit less stressful. Thank you.